Is Mr. Elmhorst with the help video for the minor grade on rational numbers and operations mixed review. So the first one, we're going to look at the parentheses. If you don't have any other symbol, then it means to multiply. So our strategy in class, we're multiplying the whole numbers. So we got 2 times 5 is 10, carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. And then 2 times 3 is 6. So once you're done multiplying the first digit, you're going to go down below and cross out the 1 spot. Now we move to the next one, to the tens. 3 times 5 is 15, carry the 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. And then 3 times 3 is 9. We're done with the second digit, so we're going to cross out the 10 spot, and then we already crossed out the 1 spot, so now there's 2 on the third row that are crossed out. And the same digit, 2 times 5 is 10, carry the 1, 3, and then 6. You're going to add these all up, and there's 1, 2, 3 decimals above. So you're going to move it over 1, 2, 3 decimal place values in your answer. Number 2 is multiplying decimals times decimals. You got 485 times 24. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 8 is 32, plus 2 is 34. And 4 times 4 is 16, plus 3, which is going to give us 19. When you're done multiplying the 4 spot, where the 4 is in the 1 spot, you cross it out. And now we're going to move to the 2. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 1 is 17. And then 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. I'm going to add these all up. So 9 plus 1 is 11. And we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, 12 feet of material, there's 12 inches in a foot. So we multiply it, we're going to get 84 total inches. So 84 total inches divided by 8. 8 goes in there 1 time. We're left with 0. Bring the 4 down. 8 goes into 4 0 times. So I'm going to stop right there because this question is asking how many full-length rulers can you make? How many complete rulers? Well, that means whole numbers. So we would only be able to make 10 rulers with that section of material. Number 4, you're multiplying numerator times numerator and denominator times denominator. So 4 times 15 is going to give you 60, and 5 times 16 is going to give you 80. So you're going to divide both of these by 2 to simplify and get your answer. Evaluate the expression. So we're going to multiply by the reciprocal in order to divide these two fractions. We're going to keep the first fraction, change to multiplication, and then flip this fraction over. We have 5 over 12 times 10 over 3. Multiply straight across the top. We have 50 and 36. Both of these are even numbers, so we could simplify quickly and divide by 2 and divide by 2. So it's going to give us 25 over 18. And now change that into an improper, or change the improper fraction into a mixed number. I messed up on the video. 25. 25 divided by 18. Finish simplifying that, and the remainder is going to go into the fraction above with the whole number. Now, regroup mixed numbers, rewrite it, and then change flip for the reciprocal. So regrouping, we're going to multiply 2 times 4, which is 8. 8 plus 1 is going to be 9 over 2. And then we can do change flip, multiply by 5 over 4. That's going to give us 45 over 8. And we move this over to divide it out. 8 goes into 45, and then the remainder is going to go over 8 over here in the fraction. 5 times 8 is 40, and then the remainder is going to go up in the fraction. So taking a look at number 7, first we're going to regroup the mixed numbers. But in order to get this decimal into a fraction, just a quick trick, put that decimal place value over tenths, hundredths, or thousands. So now we have 4 and 8 tenths divided by 1 and 1/5. So let's regroup the mixed number. 10 times 4 is 40. And then we add it back into the fraction. So we have 48 over 10. And we're going to regroup this one. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 1 is going to give us 6 over 5. Now we're going to rewrite it using the reciprocal. 4/8 over 10 times 5 over 6. So 10 times 6 is 60. 48 times 5. 5 times 4, or 5 times 8 is 40. Carry the 4. 5 times 4 is 20 plus 4. So we got 240, and that can be simplified. So notice that number 8, we are subtracting fractions. Subtracting fractions, you do need to find a common denominator. So the strategy that we learned in class is we're going to stack our fractions. So 4 1/4 minus 1 3/5. Okay, find a common denominator, which is going to be 20 times 4 and times 5. 5 times 4 is 20. 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 5 is 20. 1 times 5 is 5. So now we're going to subtract whole numbers from whole numbers and fractions from fractions. So if we look at this fraction, we need to subtract 12 from 5. So the top number is not big enough to subtract, so we're going to borrow from the whole number and put a whole number of 20ths into the fraction by just adding 20 in the numerator. So this is 25 20ths minus 12 20ths. So here's your fraction, and then over here is the whole number. 3 minus 1. So it's going to give us 2 and 13 20ths.